Hi, my name is Precious, Miss Precious. I think Miss Precious is a bit too serious, so you can call me Sowl. Sowl is spelled S-O-W-L. It's the old spelling for S-O-U-L, as you know, Sowl. My music is inspired by stories that we do not tell, about the pain, about having to find ourselves in situations that are difficult. I think people do not appreciate what pain is enough. I think it's because people feel like pain is, only negative, but we forget that pain can be beautiful if we accept it for what it is and recognize it as an opportunity to rebuild and reconnect, to create something beautiful. You could create something beautiful from pain, and that's what I like, and I think I am able to communicate that through music. I think my genre is soul music, but I find that the content or the context of the music would define what my genre is to you. I wouldn't say always, but for now, the kind of music I do, the content of my music tells you a story that is not always talked about. So it's soul music, but with a twist, that's what I would say, with substance. And I want the music to be able to tell you a story that is personal as well as a story that you could embrace. I want the story to be a familiar story, kind of. So it's soul music, but it's familiar to you as well. So you can connect, you can relate with what is being said or communicated through the music. My music reflects deeply from where I started from. I connect and express perfectly well with music, more than I would even do as I am having a conversation with you. I would rather sing about it because I'm able to find that I'm able to stir up those emotions and have you connect with it in such a way that it's almost like you found someone that understands this side of you that is not always celebrated. That's what life is. It's ups and downs, it's losing sometimes and winning sometimes, and I'm able to express this through music. I have been into music for a long time. I grew up in the choir, I grew up singing. But professionally, I started singing as a way of expressing myself, as I would always say. Music was like an outlet for me. So I used to write. I write a lot, and I was an introvert. I grew up as that, and I'm still very much introverted. It doesn't mean I can't hold a conversation. I can, but music is the outlet through which I express best what it is that I'm trying to communicate. So I started writing about a decade ago, actually more than a decade ago. And so I just kept writing from then. And here I am. I did my first song last year. I released it in October 1st or 2nd of October. And why I took my time, because I wanted to be certain of why I was doing music. I find that music is a language that people can really connect with, and I want to be able to say that is what my music does for people. People are able to connect and communicate and find solace in things that they're not able to express. I don't think that my music is going to transcend the time. So it's not just for this generation of, it's not just for the youth or for a certain kind of person. It's just open to you. If you're open to listening and facing yourself, you would be able to relate well with my kind of music. Through writing, I was able to find this kind of, the kind of genre I write about. Another reason I wanted to do music was to be able to create an outlet or an avenue for people to connect deeply to the other side of life. Not just the other side, because pain is as much a part of life as joy or every other emotion. But as humans, we tend to, celebrate the joys, and we forget that before the joy, there was something there. You don't have joy without pain, because it comes from something. It's almost like light and dark. It's one of the same. It's part of the same thing. So you can't take pain away from the joy. You have to have the pain before joy. But it's like they come together. It might not come the same time, but it's like the journey. So it's like you're embracing the journey. You're embracing both the good and the bad. That's really what I want to be able to express with music. And I found that I wanted to really understand that first, to make it personal first, to understand the message first for myself. So even when I listen to my music, I don't listen, for the sake of just listening. I listen to take me back to a point where I'm able to connect again, to appreciate the place where I come from, or that moment in time that I do not embrace or I do not celebrate. Yeah, so I took my time, really. I really took my time to be able to connect that part. I'm working on my EP, and I want to take my time with it. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to put in work. Yeah, I really want, I think that if I put in the work, you would really appreciate the work when you eventually get to hear it. I'm recording live. I'm doing live recordings right here, actually. And I want to have my music video ready before the end of the year, the music video for The Crossroads. I'm basically putting the pieces together, slowly but surely. I think the story has always been that there's something that comes out of pain. So yeah, I'm going through the process as well. But I would be happy to get to the other end of it, the end of the tunnel with you, where you're able to see the product of the effort I put in. And I'm able to appreciate the effort I've also put in. Yeah.